Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Ba-ya, ba-ya, ba-ya. Orale, as you can tell by that thumbnail, the art of guerra. War at the... Oh, you've declared it? Okay. Okay, if that's what you want, right? Trip out, man. In a menudo style, in a direct fashion, we're going to get straight to it. Some of you guys are probably wondering, what does this thumbnail mean? We're going to give you the whole rundown right now. That's for Soka. He knows who he is. Graffiti on the bus. I don't like to indulge in back and forth. My name isn't Aaliyah. Her name is. Now, one thing I can say about certain situations is they demand attention. Orale Lacra. Attention has been seeked. It is time to destroy, right? Put a fork in him. Beam him up, Scotty. Orale. Beam him up because he's not enough. Now, in certain situations, it has become apparent that some individuals suffer casualties of war within themselves. Some vatos cannot hang in YouTube. And this story is about one individual in particular, man, who caused his own demise in YouTube. Who just couldn't take it. Who couldn't hack it. So I'm scared couldn't make it, Vato, right? Because he let his mentality, he let other people manipulate him, and he just basically is a poop butt. And that's the whole reasoning behind it. And it's the art of war. See, I read the book. When I was incarcerated doing time in the oil, ADSEG, or like he likes to call it, ASEG, I had a lot of spare time on my hands in between writing essays, in between doing push-ups and burpees, right? In between maintaining homes and functioning, I had time to educate one's mind. See, that's the narrative that's pushed when you're incarcerated. Educate yourself. And I like that. I like to educate. I still, sometimes I still sit back and crack a book open. Very rarely, but it happens. And I like to educate myself. I like to know what's going on around me, what's in front of me, just what's behind me, right? I like to know what's going on. And that's just what individuals should do. You're never too old to learn some new tricks, dog, right? And that's just what it is. Well, there's some guys that just can't grasp that concept. They don't have that mente. They weren't they weren't raised with morals and values. Their familia didn't teach them any better. The type of kid that runs around the house with mocos and fucking no shirt on in December. Orale Lacra, right? That type of person. It's different with me. Okay? So I sat back doing my whole time like a real man, and I read The Art of War. Okay? And The Art of War is a book to teach manipulation tactics, to teach you, man, how to get into the other guy's mind, right? To the enemiga's mind, so that they can be manipulated into conforming to what you want them to do. Okay, now, that can be utilized in everyday life. And on YouTube, it's utilized every day, right? You have this individual, and we're not even going to say his name, we're just going to call him Lacra, right? For tax purposes, that's it. This Vato Lacra decides that if for no other reason, one day he's going to start a YouTube channel. Hey, I can do that too. I'm your bigged fan. I stand in the blistering cold, right? I know you are, bitch, right? But at the same time, this ain't for everybody. You have to be charismatic. You have to have something to talk about. You have to have real, true, factual, actual stories and believable. You can't be the one who stabs everyone every day on the yarda. You can't be the one who beat up every placa. You can't be the one that can't take that elbow, if you know what I mean. You have to win some, lose some. It has to be believable, ese. Sorry, tapatio not included in this kit. It has to be righteous and real, right? Hey, people are here to be entertained, and here's some real factual stories, homes. They're not here to listen to some poop butt boast and brag about how bad he is, homes, wearing 143 pounds soaking wet. That's not the case, right? So anyways, this individual, and this is just a tale. Just a tale I'm telling, right? You tell me if more than meets the eye. Or the Django, right? So this vato decides, hey, I'm going to try this shit. I'm going to start this YouTube channel. And he's admiring this vato. This vato that's fucking just doing his own thing, right? That ain't even from the same area. Ain't even from the same part of the state. Ain't even from nowhere near where this fucking puto's from. But he's jocking them. You know what I mean? 11-inch people, he's just swinging. They got me swinging, swinging, right? He's feeling like Jodeci. And he starts to say, hey, bro, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? And the guy's like, Chale Street, right? Why? Not because the guy's hating on him or the guy sees him as a potential threat. It's because it's called the art of guerra. See, sometimes you just look at someone and you don't see it in them. They don't have it. Or you see not a potential threat, but you see a potential knock, Holmes. A knock. And you're like, nah, I don't associate with those type of people, Holmes. That's unbecoming of my character, myself. See, if I fuck around with knocks, Holmes, then I'm going to be misconstrued as one. Charles, Holmes. Get away from me, bitch, right? And that's it. But the way that I am, let's just take me, for instance, in that particular situation. I'd be like, because I don't want to hurt the guy's heart. I'm not a bully. What are the stats? I'm not like that, right? So I'm more of the guy, bro, just do your own thing. I'm going to do mine, right? You know, I'm trying the art of war. I'm flipping it on him. I'm trying to pat him on the back and say, yeah, you could do it, knowing damn well he can't, right? But I don't want to hurt his heart. See, I'm not a heartbreaker, I say. You know what I mean? I like my mons. I don't care about hearts, right? So anyways, this individual is like, please, but give me the power, I beg of you. Dewey Dambala. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Do I look like Chucky? Orale, get out of here, right? So eventually he starts to understand that he's going to have to do it as a man on his own, which is exactly what I wanted him to do, right? Not because I wanted him to fail, because I wanted him to prosper on his own merits, right? Be a man, let's say. Be a man. You know, stop letting your wife be the man, right? Just because she looks like one. Now, trip out. I hate going there, man. But, we're going to get to that. Anyway, so trip out. And this is just facts. For those of you that don't like it, Sasuke, I don't give a fuck, right? Open your ears and clean your fucking lenses out and watch out. So now, the situation becomes apparent that this guy is heartbroken, hurt. He now hates the same guy that he once loved, right? Because the guy didn't want to help him. And it's not the fucking point that this guy didn't want to help him. This guy just knew better, so he did better. So the one guy over here prospers, man. He's doing his own thing. He's in his own lane. He's focusing. He's doing 60 like Plies, Holmes. He's having it his way. And the other guy over here, he's on fumes on the side of the road, breaking down, running out of gas, right? Because he just doesn't have it. And that's cool. That's cool, Holmes. Walmart is always hiring. Sasuke, go work somewhere where you can rap for 3 hours, take your shirt on and off, and show everybody your nipples. It's cool. Do that. The world is a big place, right? There's more fish in the sea. And then all of a sudden, the individual starts to go to guerra with other people. Starts to be manipulated because he can be by other people. But he's so focused on what this guy's doing and this guy's prospering and this guy's making it over here that he's fucking like only has tunnel vision. All these other guys that are whispering in his ear, licking his earlobe and playing with his emotions, he's not focused on. He's only focused on what this guy over here is doing. All up in his wallet, all up in his, looking at his 11-inch people, just hypnotized. Hypnotize, you got me hypnotized. Orale, Brendan, the tabulations. This Vato's on his Brenda shit, right? So hey, shout out to Brenda Love, the homegirl, right? So he's fucking just basically hypnotized by Pipa. Crazy, right? And at the same time, his addiction starts to come back to the surface, so he don't know whether to look at you or not out, right? It's just a cold game. Again, over here with this guy, he's at the end of his rope, Holmes. He's blaming the next man for all his issues. It's your fault I'm back on, though. It's your fault my old lady put me on the couch. Hashtag couching. It's your fault fucking my kid doesn't respect me, doesn't love me. You know what I mean? No. It's not my fault. Hey, it's not even your fault, Esse. It's the art of war. Right? It's an age-old tale. and an Ajo book comes that taught this guy over here how to fucking push away poop butts like you over there. Sit down here. I'm so disgusted with you, I don't know what to do, right? Knowledge you can't get in college. A book you should have read that wouldn't have had you should. So go ahead. Now trip out. This vato starts to go insane. Order in a straight jacket, right? He starts to honestly believe, all these people whispering in his ear, and that this man really hates him, and that this man really is the cause of everything bad in his life. I'm just a YouTuber, man. Please. Nah, you're playing the victim role. Let's see. It's called victimization, right? And in the end, you only victimized yourself. It seems like the only one that really truly is a victim in the situation is all the women that he starts to talk about. See, when a vato displays hyena characteristics and hyena tendencies, he lost it. It's over. He no longer feels like a man, so he knows he can't argue with men. So he does the next best thing. It's like a fool stamp to $1. Make me holla, right? He goes down to a different level and starts to argue with women. Comadre. He starts to do chisme. He starts to be all up in the novela. He starts to fucking defecate on women's characters because he feels like they're more on his level, or maybe they're beneath him, because he already knows on some grown man shit, he lost. See, he already lost that race. And it's unfortunate, and grown men, righteous dudes that have been doing YouTube, that have been fucking working every day, that have been living their life, are like, pobrecito, humps. Look at him over there, ¿sabes qué? Titanic shit. He's sinking, he's sinking fast. Now, these guys over here, myself and others, are like, se me trae a raft, put it around you, puto, and fucking swim, dog paddle. No, I'm a counterpuncher. Then sink, bitch, sink. We can only try to help you. We can't help you. You have to do things for yourself. It's just like your kid, Holmes. When you're teaching it to walk, you stand it up and let it come to you. Come on, mijo, come to me, right? Come to me. You can't fucking all day long do that, because then they're going to depend on you. Well, he's one of those guys that depends on someone to hold his hand. Orale, do I look like the Beatles? I don't want to hold your hand. Charlie, Holmes, you're a grown man. Well, strike that, reverse it. A woman in a grown man's body. Or strike that, reverse it. Is it a grown man in a woman's body? I don't know. Either way, he's just something different. Right now, at the end of every situation, there's an end goal. What has always been my end goal? To fucking spread my message, homes, to make a little feria, to do my thing. Brown people, stand up. Unite the gente, homes. That's my message. What's his message? Okay? His message used to be positivity, gente. His message used to be he used to be the love doctor. Con no shirt, trying to help, unfortunate women that have went through some situations. He was going to teach them, the art of seduction, right? I don't know what his whole get down was, the love guru, right? But at the end of the day, that didn't work out for him, right? You can't have a woman that's going through a midlife crisis go on a YouTube channel only to see some guy nodding out with no shirt on, right? I don't think that's going to work. I don't think she's going to heed that advice, I don't think that's going to work for her, right? Or maybe it will. I can't call it, right? Maybe you'll find your match made in heaven. Now, when an individual starts to involve families, when he starts to talk about your children, your mother, do you become the bigger man and say, hey, whoa, Holmes, that's off limits, bro. Be right. If you're going to clown me, if you're going to talk shit, Holmes, if you're going to try to participate in this back and forth, Aaliyah, then let's keep it above water. Because I've never, ever said anything about yours. I have now, right? But prior to this, when a vato has to talk about people's mothers and their children and shit like that, he's lost. He's lost a lot. And he's going to continue to lose. He doesn't know how much. Now, The Art of War is a great book, Holmes, that has taught me a lot of things along the way. One of them is not to even acknowledge the other guy's greed, right? Yet sometimes, Holmes, you have to turn to that next page that says, but if you do it right, right? Now, I'm not the type of individual, and I never have been, to ridicule a man and step on a man when he's down. When he's down, the dog is belly up, right? Amarillo. You say, get down, spider. Get up, Chucky, right? Everything's good. You've won, bro. Long as they don't shine shoes, that's it. You know what I mean? We don't have to worry about an individual that really poses no threat only to the safety and security of his family and himself. It starts to become apparent, man, that this vato needs help, and he might Chris Benoit, motherfucker, right? Just straight up. Suspense on a tira, Holmes. I'm going to make a lot of content on it and money. One thing I will say is this, though, gente. It's over. Stick a fork in him. This guy has lost whatever guerra is in his own mind. He did that too. I didn't even have to fire a shot. Just got sit back like this. Yeah, I'll hold. On some straight gangster shit, you know what I mean? Gang. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Just doing my own thing. And at the same time, this vato was sinking and swimming. Swim. Hey, help! Help! Nah, bitch. I ain't helping you. I tried on several occasions to help you, Holmes. Now it's time to use the art of war. See, now you've declared guerra with me. You have decided to go on a different level, Holmes, and talk about my daughter and my mother and my family, right? You fucked up, right? Or the king. You fucked up, right? Stop showing people the tapes. Man, I told you. Man, these is my tapes, motherfucker. Okay. Right? Don't be sad, Esther. Don't be sad. Now, besides all that, see, I'm a grown man, Holmes. Words don't break me. They don't get in my head. I don't allow them to. I just sit back, Holmes, and I know Retaliation is a must where I'm from, and I relax. The whole thing that fucking hurts my heart and basically makes me be like, wow, is when I see a man, Holmes, defecating on the character of women. This man loves picking on women, Holmes, talking shit about them. I'll write your old man in prison and tell him how me and you used to talk. Why don't you tell your old lady, homie? Everything that you used to try to do. Hey, can I see your tits? No. She said, Charlie, Holmes, she don't fuck with you like that. Look at you at this, okay? You got bags under your eyes. Go to sleep. You're dreaming. You know what I mean? Christopher Williams. For those of you that don't know, refer to Google Google him and you'll see what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The game is immaculate. And that's just what it is, This is the art of war now. This is a book I read, Holmes, coming to fruition, coming to a theater near you. I'm utilizing it in real life. Hey, gracias, the homeboy Güero D from Oakland that's like, hey, bro, you read this book, it's good. And slid it to me in the oil because I'm going to tell you right now, Holmes, straight up, it was the most righteous book I've read because now I'm putting it into use, right? But the war's over before it started because an individual is tearing himself down and doing everything for you. You don't have to. You just sit back and watch everyone else tax his ass. Watch everyone else be on him, right? You watch everyone else fall off and be like, damn, this dude's a poop, but I should have knew better and did better, like Gunner said. Yes, absolutely, man. I'm not screaming, ranting, and raving. I'm just keeping it real. Now, I know some of you don't even know who the hell I'm talking about or what I'm talking about. It's a vato's name, Lacra, right? He's a Lacra. He's an individual, man, that has decided that if for no other reason, because he's so infatuated and my biggest fan, that now he wants to talk about my family, my mother, my child. I have several children, but he's focused on my daughter for some reason. My little daughter, that's what I guess his type does, predator type. I don't know. Can't call it like an alcoholic. Again, all I can say is I think it's a lack of education. I think it's a lack of wearing the pants in his family. I think it's substance abuse. I think it's the fact, Holmes, that he needs to do his fatherly duties. You know what I mean? Clean up the fucking babas, Holmes. Straight up. Facts, bro. You want to go there, we're gonna go there, Holmes. Don't you guys hate? Let me tell you guys a little story. Don't you guys hate when you're in Walmart or somewhere and you see those people that have their baby in a stroller, Holmes, with no shoes on? And it's cold outside. They got big old fucking Uggs on. Bitches walking with Uggs and shit. All big old fucking fake fur coats from fucking top to bottom. And all these other weird stores that they go to, right? And they're all walking around mobbing, right? And all these Asian store shit that they got on this fake shit. And you see them and you're like, okay, right? They got, they're looking warm. They're looking nice and cozy, right? Shit, look at that ass, right? And then you see their kid, poor kid, mocos, babas everywhere, small ass shirt on, no shoes. And you're like, hey, bitch, hey, is it cold outside? She's like, oh yeah, it's cold. Then put some shoes on your kid. Imagine how your kid feels. I don't know, Holmes. That's very unbecoming. That's how I feel about Lacra. I feel like he's that type of individual, Holmes. You know what I mean? You know, he's the type to have his own in the blistering cold at only 3 years old. You know, weird shit like that. You know, that's just when I visualize hyenas like that, he's one, you know, that I visualize. Anyways, The Art of War, gente. Read the book. You can apply it in everyday life, right? And in this situation, I've just started. He already ended. Bang, bang. It's going to be icky sticky from here on out, that's it. One never knows, does one? I don't know. Can't call it like an alcoholic. What I do know is he fell right into my fucking hands. Play-Doh, right? And I didn't even have to do nothing. Everything was in his own mind. Now it isn't. Now it isn't. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, in guerra, gente, there's ways to win without having to do anything. Lazy motherfucker, right? Bang, bang. And in that fashion, right? If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe with a thumbs up. If not, you can hit that thumbs down. If it's going to be the head that wears the crown. Booze, right? And I'm going to continue to do what I does because at the end of the day, Holmes, I won already. He lost already. And it's unfortunate, Holmes. This man needs help. Can you guys go help him? Can you help him? I've tried. He didn't want, no, I'm a counterpuncher. Sink, bitch. Sink. Bang, bang. The gun.